Welcome back, everybody. DarkSpyder here, FS22. Again, end of the year, almost. In today's video, I thought we did a top 5 tractor mods. I wanted to do what I felt like were like the top 5 equipment mods for 2024. Now there's I think 1 or 2 of these that I've never done any videos on. So I can go into a little bit more detail for you. And believe it or not, I had to move a couple of these around in my head as far as what place they came in, and I'll explain why when I get to it. But let's get started with number 5. Number 5 is the Manure mod, with the Lizard Manure mod. Now, this thing is interesting. I did do a video on this. Let's get in the tractor and I'll show you why I like this mod, but I will also tell you why I don't like this mod as much. I did a video on this one. I showed it in that, but this, if you look, it has a 5th wheel attachment. It's the only way you can attach, but it is not. You can also attach just like that. And that's why I kept this mod in the top 5. But it also holds 450,000 liters of lime or solid fertilizer. You open it there, and it does give you 42 meters of spread. Here it is right here. It's the Lizard Bulk and Manure system. We're using the very first one here at $149.99, and as you can see, it says 250,000. Metric tons at 42 meters. Standard capacity tipper, and then you can go all the way up to 250. I think I just said 450, but it says 250, but I'm pretty sure that's not correct. But anyways, it's a very good spreader. It does really well. I would say the reason why I put it number 5 is it's very tippy. If you're in something that's got decent speed, it does tend to want to tip. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, going back in and looking, it goes 22 miles an hour, which is faster than any other fertilizer spreader out there. So it has the speed, it has the capacity. Like I said, I think the downside to this mod would be, obviously, that it's so long. It can be a little hard to control sometimes, and it can tend to be a little tippy, as you can see there. But obviously that has to do with the way you're turning, if you're going too fast, yada, 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 yada. So number 5, there you go, right there, you saw it. So it's not bad. I do use it, depending on the size of the field that I'm trying to fertilize or lime. The bigger ones, I definitely use those just because they're faster and they're also bigger. Okay, number 4 is also a very good lime fertilizer spreader, and it is going to be right here. Let's get out and take a look. Now, this is the Lizard Flatbed mod, and so if you go back in, you look at your mods, it is right here, 30-foot flatbed auto-loading bale trailer. This thing has a ton of options for bales. And they just, was it this mod or was it the 40-foot? They just redid this mod, I thought. And I thought they changed how many bales it can hold. But if you get in here and you go to lime fertilizer spreader, unrealistic, it's 150,000 liters. Lots of different options here and there. The reason why I looked at number 4, and I don't understand why they did it this way, is like you can change the frame color like you normally do, the cover color, just like you normally do with everything else. And so you can change all that. But weirdly, the tank, you have to go through here like this, and I never quite understood why they did that. I mean, is it a deal breaker? Of course not. It's just weird, and I don't know why you would do it. You can change the hitch on it however you want. It's a pretty good mod. It does really well. I use this a lot. I think you're only going to get 24 meters out of this, if I'm not mistaken. No, it says 42. Excuse me. I was incorrect. And it does have the spreaders in the back, so you will get 42 out of this. Max speed, I think, is 11. It does really well. Doesn't hold as much as the manure spreader, and that's fine with me. But it's definitely more stable. I was trying to drive like a lunatic there, so I can show you. It doesn't want to tip over as much as that other one does. So this is a really good mod. That's why I brought it in at number 4. It does really, really well. I really like the Case IH spreaders, but they don't hold any type of amount. So you're refilling them 16 times a field, depending on the size of your fields. So number 3, we're going to go with... I probably have too many out here, I think, actually. Yeah, so we'll do... I got it. So number 3 is the Lizard Forage Wagon. I like this mod because it holds a lot. It's got the windrower on it, as you can see. And now this thing has gone through it, my people here. If you remember correctly, way back, if you've ever used this, it used to have a lot of issues. But they came back, they fixed it, and made it better. They actually extended the amount that it held, I think. There's several different models you can choose from now. And they actually separated it. It used to be that when you bought it, it was 1, and it went like 10, 11 miles per hour. You had to switch it between Forage Wagon or a stone picker. Now, when you go to get it, I think it's under... I got to find it in here. I can never find it when I want. We can go in... Here it is right here. Stone picker, Forage pickup trailer pack. And as you can see, there's 3, 4, 5, 6 different actual trailers you can get. So here it is over here on the very far right as far as the Forage pickup. 16 meters is the wind rower aspect in the front. But it holds 500 metric tons, which is 500,000 liters. It goes 31 miles an hour. Okay? You can slow that down if you want. If you want to go 16 and take 16 weeks to pick up your field, it's up to you, however you want to do it. And if you want to go even further, you can do it at 8 miles per hour, and it'll take you 32 weeks, depending on the size of your field. The stone picker is exactly the same thing. It holds the exact same amount. I never understood why they did 500,000 liters here, and over here they did metric tons, but I don't care. It's just an oddity that I don't know why they did it. Same thing, 31, 15, and 8. This is a mile slower than the other one at 16, if you remember, because that says 6. No, it is 15. I was looking at 16 meters. Excuse me. So 6 different models to choose from makes this a very, very good mod for stone picking. I really don't know why anybody would want to use any other stone picker. And as far as I'm concerned, if I'm not mistaken, if you look at stone pickers, I think there's only 2. I mean, if you're doing a small field and you need to go 2 meters and only hold, 20,300 liters of stone, sure, whatever. But they do have this one now, but it also doesn't hold much, but it's probably for a smaller field. There's that one, 500 metric tons, 2.4 meters, 50 miles per hour. That thing is going to be just buzzing through that field. Anyway, so the Lizard Forage Stone Picker Wagon is our number 3 equipment mod. It does really, really well. But the one flaw that I will point out in this is, just like all the other forage wagons, if you're picking up hay and you're under 5% and you pick up grass, it's still going to reset you. I don't know if that's a game thing or if it's the forage wagon thing. But I think it's a game thing, because the same thing happens with your harvesters. If you're harvesting wheat and it goes over into a barley field and harvests it, it's going to erase everything you've already done if you're under 5%. I wish they'd change that. I don't care if it's 1%. I don't care if it's 3 pieces. Leave it what it is. But so I think that's a farming simulator thing that I think that they should change. So I don't hold the makers of this mod responsible for that. I hold Giants responsible for that. So number 3, the Lizard Forage Stone Wagon. It's a really good mod. I like this mod. I use it all the time, every map just about. All right, number 2, excuse me. Another lizard. I like this one because, again, it is a multiple item. This is the lizard multi-roller. Now, what I like about this, if you go in, you can go right into here. You don't have to go into your downloads. It's under rollers. Right there. Now, there are other ones, but they only do one thing. That's a field roller, and that's it. So at 24.3 meters, that's going to do a really good job. Okay, this is 24.3 meters. It's going to do a really good job. The difference being is that I can use it for a field. I can also turn it into a grass roller or a mulching roller. Okay, I've been using this, I don't know how long, forever. It seems like forever. It's not that horribly expensive, $144,000. Not horribly expensive. Excuse me. Even if you went down to $41,000, it's going to do half what you're doing with the other one. Although the price is more than double. So, whatever you're looking at there. At least I know I can customize this and turn it into something else if I needed to. So that is why I really, really like this mod. It's a really good mod. So moving on to our next one would be, let me disconnect this. This is a mod that I'd really like to see in FS25 is the Lizard SM182 plow. I like this plow, obviously because it folds. But what I like about it is that even if it's folded, I can still use it. I don't have to unroll it. I don't have to unfold it to use it. It's a little long, even folded, so you got to be careful. Some maps don't give you a lot of space to get out of the dealerships. But as you can see, if I hold the bumper down, I lower the plow. I can plow just like that. I don't have to have it all the way out. But know this, if you're doing a field, if you hit AI, automatically unfolds it the entire width. Now, it's not going to let me use an AI here because there is no field. I just wanted to show you that when you do, it automatically unfolds the whole thing. But the Lizard SM182 is probably, it's a really good mod. It really is. And there it is, lowered about 9 miles per hour, but you're not going to get any faster with, excuse me, anything else. So that was our number 1 mod, and you might have noticed that I did have the Kinze multi-fruit planter sitting back here. That was going to be my number 1 pick. And everybody that watches these videos probably knows that I love the Kinze multi-fruit planter. It was, for my opinion, probably one of the top mods in the game, if not the number 1 mod in this game. Until it was updated, and they've pretty much just ruined it. They haven't fixed it yet. So until they fix it, it's just going to get an honorable mention, but it's not in my top 5 equipment mod list any longer because it is still broken. If you watched that video where I talked about where I thought they broke my favorite mod, I did get it to work, but it's still broken because it won't go. When I hit, it just has problems. Trust me, it has problems. When you add the roller to it and you see me driving now, the roller tries to drop and roll as you're moving. So you'll drop from 42 to like 38, 36, and then it'll go back up to 40, and then it drops back down to 38, and then it goes back up. It's because of that stupid invisible roller that we have to use now because it was throwing warnings on PC, and there goes the flip. That is a downfall to using the let me see if I can get it. I got it, I think. Come on, baby. Go. There it goes. So that is an issue with using this one, is it does tend to want to flip if you go too fast. That's why I try to use like a John Deere 9R, a Big Bud, because it's a lot wider and it doesn't tend to want to flip so much. But the Kinze Multi-Fruit Planter is a good mod. It does have unrealistic fill types for the seeds and the liquid fertilizer in it. If you go look at the mod itself, let's go in and take a look. Here it is under planters. Several different ones to choose from. We're not going to go into great detail because I've done videos on this one 2 or 3 times. If you want to know what it used to do, go back and watch the original video I did on this several months ago. And it was just perfect. I mean, it was just the best. So here it is. This is the one I usually go with. 30 miles an hour, 18.2 meters. Now there is a John Deere seeder that actually does more of the field than this one. But I really don't like that one. But anyways, you go inside. Standard planter, mulcher. Standard planter, I think that says 30 mulcher, and you keep going to 50 on your standard planter. Mulcher is 50, and you go back to standard. Everybody knows that you used to be able to go in there and actually have a roller option. But like I said, they updated and they took that away. Now you have to add an invisible roller, which still does not make it run correctly. Unfortunately, it's still broken, and until I try to contact these people 100 times and with no avail. I may be contacting the wrong people, but they didn't tell me they were the wrong people. They actually said, thank you for your email, and thank you for letting us know. But yeah, here we are with a still broken mod. It is broken. I don't care what anybody says. I've tried it in every fashion that they make for this game. All these different things, and it's still broken. Is it usable? Yes, it's usable, but it's broken. So until they fix that, it gets an honorable mention, but it is not in my top 5 anymore. Now, if they fix it, I guarantee you this goes to number 1 again. Because I just think all around, as far as equipment mods go, when this one is working at 100% accuracy, it is the best mod in the game. Just makes your life easier with a roller on it. Is it a big deal to get a roller and go behind it after you seed? No, of course not. But if you're going to make the mod, make it work correctly. That's all I'm saying. So let's just be realistic about that. Guys, that's my top 5 equipment mods for 2024. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Is there something that you use that you think is better than what I'm using? I honestly love to hear those type things because that's what this game is about, is finding what other people are using, and you get introduced to it, and you're like, hey, man, this thing is awesome. This guy was right, or this girl was right, whoever, whatever. Let me know in the comments what you think. Again, as always, please like and subscribe. Hit that notifications button so you know we got new content coming out. Be on the lookout. DarkSpyder Plays, new channel. We're going to be doing other types of games. Any type of game that we want to do, we will be doing there. It won't always be the same game, but we're not going to let go of the Farming Simulator channel. I will always be here, and I will always be putting out videos. Not to worry about that, but I do play other games, and other people have requests for other games, so I thought, well, let's do a new channel. So we're going to do another channel. My editor thought it was a good idea, so we've already got it started. I just got to iron out some kinks to get it running. But as always, guys, I really appreciate you watching. Have a great holiday, and until next time.